M0FXB, welcome back to my dog walks with Mazzy. Just a quick one here. Someone asked me what's the difference between an Allstar node and an MMDVM hotspot, which in itself sounds complicated, doesn't it? So an Allstar node is a box with a Raspberry Pi computer in it that's been connected to a normal radio, and that links to a system called Allstar, which is linked to lots of repeaters and gateways all around the world, and individual users. You do have to have your own Allstar number, but it's all free. You have to buy the box or make the box yourself. It's not silly hard, but you know, you buy a Raspberry Pi, you put an SD card in it with Allstar on it, and then it starts receiving and transmitting once configured, and it starts receiving and transmitting, and any radio in your house that's on the same frequency will work. And it's analog, so you can use a cheap Bofung. Now the difference between an MMDVM hat is that it's only digital. So again, it's a Raspberry Pi, but this time the image that's on it is Pi-Star. There is other images, but this is generally what people use. Now the hat on top effectively grabs your DMR, D-Star or Fusion signal from your digital radio, which do cost more, but you can get, you can get a DM1701 now, DMR radio, VHF, UHF, for under £50. So it's not like really high money if you go DMR. DMR's a bit harder to learn, but it is digital, yeah? So it'll grab that signal and from your radio, and then connect you using the Raspberry Pi and Pi-Star, a bit bushier, to the internet. They both use the internet, which is then linked to, if it's D-Stars, reflectors, DMR, it's talk group rooms, and Fusion is really sort of rooms again. You'll find that generally, not always, an Allstar node is bigger. We tend to find MMDVMs on very small Raspberry Pi Zeros, and the hat that you can buy for £20 that does all the work is small, so, but it works hard, mine, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't actually create DMR or D-Star Fusion. It's more passing it through. So you're transmitting on DMR, it passes it through to the internet, where with an Allstar node, radio Allstar node, you're actually transmitting this radio inside. Tends to be a modified Bofung 888. So you just get a cheap one and you modify it and connect it to the Pi, and away you go. So that's the difference really, and that is that an Allstar node has much nicer audio than digital. Is let's call it real radio, and then DMR, D-Star Fusion is on the MMDVM hat, digital, and you can really tell, but they tend to all connect into the same systems because there'll be bridges across. So what do I use the most? Probably my Allstar node is the thing I listen to all day long. It's a bit like listening to your own favourite repeater near you. It's a bit like that, but it's in your room. And you'll find that repeaters and gateways tend to be connected as well to these MMDVM hats. So yeah, think it through. It's one of those things. None of it's expensive. It's actually a very low cost way of talking around the whole planet easily. But yeah, there's learning, and a lot of people, I bought a hotspot, it's still in the cupboard, or I bought a DMR radio, it's still in the cupboard. Okay, but you're not gonna get the benefits. You have to go through the pain to get the good bits in any hobby, or you can just sit there for the rest of your life and just listen to 3 or 4 repeaters near you, and every now and again turn your radio on and listen to 40 and 20 meters. Okay, seems boring to me, but you can. Bye for now.